So I'm recording this on Christmas Eve. That may not be when you watch it, but a lot of what I'm going to share is relevant every single day of the year. So this is episode 33. If you know me, you know 33 is kind of my number. I don't know why. I know that a lot of mystics talk about the number 33 and threes, but it's always held a certain mystique for me. It's always been a part of my life. Anyway, welcome to episode 33. So during Christmas, whether you're a Christian, regardless of what your background is, if you live in North America, you're impacted by Christmas. You might be alone. You might be with too many people. You might be with people you love. You might be with people you're not so keen on. But here's what I encourage you to do during this season and every day, but especially during this season. Stop, be intentional, decide what you want it to be for you. I want it to be peaceful. I want it to be exciting. I want it to be an adventure, whatever that is, and seek out a way to make that happen. You know, I used to look at Christmas, not when I was a kid, but you know, in those early years of having kids, or your 20s and 30s, which I'm not anymore. Anyway, it tends to feel almost like a performance, and it certainly doesn't anymore. Christmas is a time of reflection and gratitude, a little bit of grief for those that have gone before us. I think of so many people. You know, when I was a kid, we used to stand around, and my cousins will remember this, and we would cross our arms in front of us, and we'd all get in a circle. And at the end of the event, we would sing Auld Lang Syne. If you don't know what that is, look it up. Anyway, so take your pause, appreciate where you are. There is no perfect. There is no, this is exactly how it is supposed to be. And you know, I have a wonderful friend of mine and we get to have conversations every day, and we take the time to do that. But one of the things we've shared and discussed lately is that comparison is the thief of joy. It's not my saying, but it's a good one. Can't even tell you where I heard it, but it is very true. Comparison is the thief of joy. You know, if we just stop, pause during this season and think of what we have. And that's not to say, well, oh, you know, you've got it so much better than so many people in the world, which you probably do if you live in North America. However, that's not the point. The point is to find your own peace, your own gratitude, your own pause, and your own intention of what you're taking into this season and what you're going to notice, what you're going to preserve, and what you're going to pass on. That's what Trusted Tour Guide Annie's all about. Creating legacy, preserving it, and sharing it. And I encourage you during this holiday season and this time of pause to do that, to be peaceful, to be grateful, to be intentional. Because my next episode, next Wednesday, is on New Year's Eve. And I'll tell you what, 2026 is a huge year in so many ways. If you live in North America, it's crazy. There are going to be FIFA events. It is the 250th anniversary of the US. The list of events and relevant happenings. We won't talk about midterms, but anyway, I am just saying it's going to be a big year, and next week on Wednesday, we start to get ready for it. So enjoy your pause, find some gratitude, and I'll be here next Wednesday to walk with you. And in the meantime, keep walking toward what matters.